You head into the meta, you got a beautiful soothing sounds from me. I'm Bushtick Mick. My stage name is Goose Boy. I call myself that now. I'm a trained to be a forest snorkeler professional. I can tell you. I like this guy. He's a real man. Yes, in name of conservation, in search of that tiger shark. I can tell you. That realm of tiger shark. Yes, habitat. With the wildfire, we can switch to these things. You're wildfire too. I can sense that about you. But I've got the problems. I can tell you these things. I'm not ashamed of that, but unprofessional of me too. I need to remain focused about these things. So look, we can study them together, you and me. That's a great barrier reef. You and me, wildfire, so we can do these things. I can see that. Look at that. Yes, that habitat of tiger shark. I can tell that. That man-eating tiger shark at there. This guy too. I'm not alone before I met there too. I like him, a snooker, a professional. I can tell that. I learning tips from him, watching. I can tell these things. But for now, I just train. I train in my father's pool. But unfortunately, I have to live with him. I live in his car. I can tell that. And he give me bum mats. I can tell you. But the Christmas time coming too. And I'm going to probably have to live with him. That's sad for me. Because I'm not the alpha male with my brother Richie. I can do that. I'm going to have to plan to maybe try to kill him. Maybe just punch him in the throat. For Christmas. That's my plan. I plan to do these things. I can tell that. Now because he gave me the kick, the coward kick of shame. I can tell that. I have to apologize to him. At the barbecue I tried to kill him for what the newspaper. But then I need his woman. I need his woman to give me that Obama lotion. I'm not too sure. Maybe she's like a witch. I'm not where she get this lotion from. It may be expensive lotion. I'm not too sure. No, it could be cheap and nasty lotion. I'm not too sure, but it kill. It maybe kill the bum mat. I can tell these things. But I train in my father's pool. He threw a beacon at me. I can tell you, upset me. But I stay focused. I stay focused like this guy. Look at him. In the realm of tiger shark, I can tell that. I'm not afraid. Maybe he even maybe asking for that, like a prosthetic leg, like a carved out of walrus. I can tell you that, some kind of a walrus skull. I can tell you that. That's what the real men do. They walk around all these things. But that's what I need to do too. Christmas time coming, maybe I can get a bigger tree than Reggie, and prove to my father that I'm a real man. I can do these things. What is this thing there? That's the beauty. There's fish too. I can see that. The camouflage. Yes. A little fish down there. That front line. The front line of conservation. I can do that. But once I get a bigger, maybe tree than the Reggie, and maybe I get a walrus skull or something like that. I put a tusk on top of that and I decorate it. A killer walrus or maybe elephant. I put the elephant tusk there and I say, look at this. I'm a real man. The Reggie and he have a filthy vegetarian. I tell my father that. Yeah, my father knows about that. I can't do that. He cried for many days because he deranged from bushmeat. I can tell that. Not my biological father. Bushmeat meat. He ate too much bushmeat. I can tell that. Even Reggie stick from that. I grew up eating too much bushmeat. This wildfire. Yes. Maybe Takashaka take an arm from him. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. I maybe fashion a walrus tusk on that. Threaten people, wave it around. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what these people do, but I'm training for that. I can tell you that I'm in the pool. I like this guy, but I'm stroking and dodging big hands too. This Christmas I'll be getting a drunk. I can tell you that with my father, and watching a Little Mermaid over and over again. I can tell you, my father he liked to throw big hand at that too, at the TV. When the song come on, I can tell that. Not a particularly like a song about the people kissing the frog. The frog tried to kiss him. He gets upset from that. Bushmeat affect him. I can tell that. Eat too much of that. I can tell that. Sometimes I like to substitute that. Eat cheapskate. I can tell that. I find a red kill sometimes too. But this guy, he's out there. Like a real man, and I plan to do that too. I found a fishing line. I like him a fishing hook and a lure too. Yes. You can find that. Maybe even net. Yes, a net and a net checking. Maybe even once I get really good, maybe I can swim. I can swim up to a sea turtle and free that. Maybe that is trapped. It got a net around its head. I can tell you. But the beautiful fish, yes, I can study them too. But for now in pool, and I studied that in the pool. But as soon as I get good, I can tell that it won't be long for me. I got the flippers. I always enter the water with flipper because it's dangerous. I can tell that. I need to have these flippers on my feet, like him. I got the little mermaid legs. That's what I got. I get them. But my father, I got not to think I'm a real swimmer. I can tell these things. I tell me I'm not going to imagine to be a professional snorkeler, but I am. But first I must punch a Reggie, maybe in the throat. I need to do that at Christmas time. I can tell you that. Because I have to get the kick from him, and that upset me. Not an alpha male anymore. I can tell you. I noticed it. My father noticed it. My father gets drunk and tell me about that. So I know he noticed. Tell me I'm not a real man. This guy's a real man. I know if I can snorkel like him, I can be a real man too. Maybe you too are a real man like him. Got the snorkeling maybe down pat, but not me. I'm still learning. I can tell that. I learned to snorkel in the pool, my father's pool. I cleaned the leaves for him, but I'm not like him. And if put too many bee can in there, they throw them at me, try to hurt me. Because like a pecking order of chickens, I can tell you. That's why I need to punch Orgy. I need to punch him hard in the throat. Try to kill him. Give him a big hit. Maybe trick the laugh out of him once he drop. I tell you these things. But I know for sure last time I wet the newspaper, not work on Richie. I can tell you these things. But it is a beautiful fish down there. Yes, I just can't only hope that my father not get too upset from a Little Mermaid this year. He watched it constantly, but on Christmas time extra. He watched it extra intensely. Sometimes it upset him. Maybe get a flashback. I can tell you that he get a flashback from his days. Get a flashback from his days in the circus. He had a hard time in the circus. It was not easy for him. He told me these things. My father had a rough time in the circus, but he's not my biological father, so I don't care. I tell these things. I even tell him. I've been Megos my father. My mother, she tell me. I'm not enough at this carnival folk. I'm not even sure why I have to spend Christmas with them. I can tell you. At least of all, I like Reggie the least. I can tell you. It's very unpleasant. But look at these things. The beauty down there. This is what I will be seeing with my eyeballs. I can tell you. I got to snorkel hard. I got to snorkel hard for that. Like a wildfire. I got that in my blood. I can tell you. It's bubbling inside of me. That passion too. Stirring. Half the blood of passion. It's made of passion and blood. That's what is inside of it. Like ingredient of my blood is passion. I can tell you. This beautiful fish. That beauty. Yes. That fish gone now, but that was there. It was beautiful. It gone back to maybe its home. It lives somewhere down there. I'm not sure. I'm not a marine biologist, but I soon will be a professional snorkeler. I can tell these things. And they make me happy for that too. But look, what we do now is to surf. We find these little fish and we surf to them. But also scanning. Always scanning for fish in land. I can tell these things. And maybe marine rubbish too. Like trash. I can tell you it down there. We found it. I train to do that in my father's pool. I collect the big cans. I dodge them and then I collect them like they're rubbish. I train myself harder. Like, oh, small fish. I can see that. That's beautiful to me. Yes, that's why I want to be a professional snorkeler, a big time wildlife. I can tell you. And I will need to surf to these things. I need to protect them. They need me, these small fish. I can see that. That little one there that need me. Hello, little fish. We are coming. Now training hard for you. Yes. The beauty. Oh, the beauty. I can see that. That home. A beautiful home of fish need protecting. We can protect these things. I can tell you that. But Reggie need to protect his throat because I'm going to punch it. I can tell these things. Once I punch it out, please, my father. The beautiful fish. Look at them. Yes, maybe the mating ground. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening there. That maybe little fishy happy. Hello, little fishy. That's the other little fishy. Beauty. And there's more beauty down there. That what the fish see. Hello, that is a view. That a little fish view. You're watching. That is little home. And that is maybe like a block of flats to him. Yes, he swim around that. Yes, look at that. What is that? Yes, I can see that. Maybe they're fighting. Two reef down there. Yes, I can see that because I'm training. I'm studying these films. I can tell you that. That a fighting reef. Yes, he protected. I protected it. Was resting on there and fighting it. That's what's happening. I can tell you that. That's pity. Maybe you replant that. Who knows these things? I'm not a marine biologist or expert in these things. But yes, it was there, resting on the other resting and killing, maybe fighting, maybe breeding, maybe in love with each other. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I'm not a marine biologist, but yes, that is where it was resting. What about that one? No, that one locked in. I can tell these things. Locked into battle, maybe. I'm not too sure. But there's more beauty. It's important for us to study these things. Yes, that's the beauty. I can see these things. Is that the rubbish? Beautiful fish. Little beautiful fish and there. I can see that. And that may be home of the fish. Yeah, that may be a fish mansion. More beauty. Yes, he's swimming over there. That a little fishy. That a little nice fish. Yes, there he goes over there to have a little swim. Beauty, but that's not what I feel for Reggie. It's what I feel for this fish. That's a beautiful little fish. You can swim to that fish. I can swim you. But I don't want to swim for Reggie. I need to punch him. Punch him in the throat. Maybe I get him off guard and at the Christmas table I punch him. That's my plan. I take him down in front of his woman. That's what I need to do to establish the dominance again. I can tell these things. My father, he not to look at me like he look at Reggie. Ever since I apologized to him, I forced to do that to get the bomb at LOTION. I can tell that, but then Reggie give me the kick. Give me the card kick. It's a tradition in my family. I can tell you. Even my father give me that. I give me a second kick too. That's part of it. Whenever you have to apologize, you get the kick, the coward kick of shame. It's not pleasant. I can tell these things upset me a big time. But that's the realm of the tiger shark. We get happy to that. It's better to do. Me and you are in that. I'm going to be professional snorkeler, mate. When I do these things, you can see me. I can tell you about that. But for now, just training. I can tell you that. But not long to add the funding straws. I tell him. Maybe I catch a sneeze turtle and I pull the straw out of its face. I wrestle it to shore and just pull it out of it. Cause that's what I do. I can tell you these things. I train hard for that. But for now, I'm watching this guy. Look at him. Yes, in the realm, the beauty. More beauty than there. That fish, a small fish, I can see that. Yes, you can see that too and monitor that together. And I can see you to that as well. But maybe together you can help me with a plan. I'm not too sure. I maybe need help for that, Reggie. I maybe can even ask my cousin. My cousin come for Christmas too. Not biological. But he's as mad as my father. I can tell these things. I call him Cousin Spud. He's not a vegetarian. He had a vegetarian. Cousin Spud hated him. He found that Reggie a vegetarian, and maybe he helped me take Reggie down. I can tell these things. It may be Reggie that need to be given the kick, the cat kick of shame, and not me. But I'm not like bushmeat either. But it pleased my father for me to eat these things. Not too short for Christmas, I can tell you that. Normally pelicans and ducks and other assorted creatures he found. But I'm not going to kill any creatures for him this year. I can tell you that. It upset me too much. I get nightmares from that. Too many nightmares from the Christmas feast. But what we do now is to swift to these things. We can see the reef. Like me, I train hard. I train hard to see this. I need to get there and do these things. I need to gather these straws. They are there. Beautiful fish. Not like them. Not like plastic are there for that. I picked that up for them. Assume deep, suck it up, maybe. I'm not sure. Get the vacuum cleaner. I'm not. All I know is I need to learn to snorkel. That's why I train hard. In the pool. And I not even listen to my father's insults. Because even my mother, she tell me, she leave him because he deranged. Okay, I got a derangedness for eating too much of bushmeat. It rot his mind. It upset her too. That's why she live under bridge now with Dennis and his family. I can do that. But the cousin Spud, when he come, we maybe I'm not sure. Kill Reggie. Maybe just hurt him. I'm not too sure. That I need to be the apple of my father's eye. He's not my biological father, but it's important for me. It's important for me to establish a dominance, especially over Reggie. Especially he's only a filthy vegetarian. That upset the cousin Spud. That enraged him. He get a rage from that. His face got red. I can tell you. I'm not too sure. No one want to upset the cousin Spud. Fragile minded. I can tell you. But all I know is Reggie going to get it. I'm going to give it to him in his thread. Big time. But this thing's beautiful. I can see into them. That is the realm. And also the Greater Barrier Reef. Important ecosystem. That a fish maybe? Small fish over there? I'm not sure. Not a marine biologist, but I know these things. And maybe I can suit you to them. Because maybe you are well for it too. Like this guy. And yes, look at him. I can see that. Yes, maybe not got a haircut of an action man. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what the kind of haircut that is. But yes, still action man. I can see that. I'm not sure if it's a jellyfish or brief, but I can tell you I train harder to get there like him. In search to, I'm not to look for Tagashaka, to me that seems crazy. But I do other things. Now I found a straw. Yes, I look at him, a real man. Yes, in search of that Tagashaka, but I found a straw. Because the straw upset the citadel. I can tell these things. I can sue you again for that. Maybe next time.